Welcome, welcome, welcome to Chops and Pops. I am Andy.
And my name's Andrew.
And my name's Shane.
And I'm Vinny.
Vinny's back.
Woo!
Yay.
Welcome back, Vinny.
Been a long time. I missed it.
So, this is Money in the Bank. The WWE has been assaulting us with a plethora of pay-per-views lately, but before we get into the Money in the Bank, let's take a moment to give our condolences to the Rhodes family for the untimely passing of Dusty Rhodes. Our deepest sympathies go out to the Rhodes family in this dire time for them.
Turns out the American dream is actually a human. Rest in peace, Dusty.
To kind of say my piece on Dusty Rhodes, I just obviously want to give condolences to his family, but I also want to give credit where credit's due because everyone's kind of sharing their Dusty stories, and none of the four of us really had the honor of really getting to know him personally. But as a fan, the one thing I want to give credit, if we're going to talk about him, is really that I think that in terms of the future of wrestling, there are three major things that exist, and that's probably the future of it in itself, WrestleMania, which is the biggest event you can get on, and the biggest person in wrestling, which is John Cena. And I kind of feel like Dusty doesn't get enough credit for those three things. There's been a lot of documentation over how much he gave to NXT and how much he contributed to the future of the business by helping all those people out. And when it comes to WrestleMania and John Cena, I think that there would have never been a blue-collar star like John Cena if it wasn't for somebody like the son of a plumber, like Dusty Rhodes was in the 80s, for there to even be, a top guy like John Cena around. And when it comes to WrestleMania, if it wasn't for guys like Dusty Rhodes main eventing Starrcade with Ric Flair back in the early 80s, Vince would have never had the competition to really get something as great as WrestleMania started. So I think the three most important things to the future of the business are credited to Dusty. And, obviously condolences to his family, but just want to give him credit where credit's due because Dusty really contributed more than people will ever know to the wrestling business that we get to enjoy. So, rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes.
Hear, hear. So, on a lighter note, it is the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Cha-ching.
A lot of things going on tonight, a lot of big things going on. We have Owens versus Cena Part 2. We, of course, have the Money in the Bank match. We have, of course, Nikki versus Paige, which I'm super stoked for.
Uh-huh.
Is that sarcasm or real? Because I actually have some thoughts on that.
Half and half.
Because I don't have a lot of faith in Paige, where a lot of people actually rip on Nikki as the one who sucks. But they actually pulled out the best of each other the week before WrestleMania. They had a match on Monday Night Raw that I still rave about. That, last month's pay-per-view match, that triple threat was atrocious.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But that's also, trying to get three people to work together at once, where if it's just straight up Nikki and Paige, it can be a lot better than people are anticipating.
Right. Vinny, what are you most excited for?
I'm going to have to say the Cena and Kevin Owens match.
Yeah, I could tell by the Kevin Owens shirt you're wearing. Are you an Owens fan? Are you rooting for the Big O?
Righteous.
Owens fight, definitely, yes.
Awesome.
That match is going to be amazing.
Let me also just set the mood that Vinny has been gracious enough to invite us over to his luxurious backyard.
Yes,
This is
thank
quite
you.
the spread back here.
Beautiful.
The photo of this podcast gives you a little taste of how ballin' this backyard
It is.
actually is.
And just how ballin' we are at Chops and Pops.
We are so ballin'. Oh yeah. So, the pre-show match, Barrett versus R-Truth. It man, how far has Barrett fallen? This poor Englishman.
Well, he made an attempt tonight to wear a different cape out. It was a different cape, and the cape was different. That's about it.
And so now R-Truth is the king. Is that how it went down?
Yeah, before he came out, he made a thing saying that he's going to become King What's Up, to which the fans, really liked. But that's going to fall flat on its face by next week.
A lot of fans liking R-Truth lately, though. A lot of big reactions for R-Truth.
Yeah, and I said it earlier. I always hated what they did with this guy because I think anybody who includes the crowd is going to get some type of good reception. But you
Right.
can't keep doing the same thing year after year, and R-Truth has
Well,
been
I was afraid of spiders.
spiders.
So that's big. That's gonna be. I feel like that's gonna play into things.
Yeah, it's a step up from an imaginary friend.
It's much better than an imaginary friend. So Andrew, Shane, what matches are you guys looking forward to?
I think it goes without saying, man. It's got to be KO. After what we witnessed at the last pay-per-view, we knew that match was going to that had high expectations, and it met and damn near exceeded every single one. I'm looking forward to the moveset brought on by Kevin Owens tonight. I'm going to get my money's worth, and I didn't pay nothing.
There you go. Shane?
I hope the very first move is a pop-up powerbomb. As soon as the match.
You know, I hope it's a squash match. I hope he just hits him with that and he just pins him and goes, "What?" Like that's it. Like that's it. Sorry.
Yes.
Shane, what about you? What are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm sharing the same feelings as Vinny and Andrew. 3 for 3. That Kevin Owens and John Cena is probably the most exciting thing, but I'll at least say that there is a chance that, considering that we're getting 2 repeats, we're getting Rollins and Ambrose repeated, and we're getting Kevin Owens and John Cena repeated from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view that just happened, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That there is the chance that I think, since at the last show Owens and Cena stole the show, that there is the chance, especially with the latter being included, that Rollins and Ambrose could steal the show tonight. So I kind of agree. I'm looking forward to Owens the most, but I definitely think that the match of the night could end up being Rollins and Ambrose, with it being a ladder match.
How crazy is that to say that on a night where Rollins and Ambrose are doing a one-on-one match for their prize, that we're saying a different match is going to steal the show?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
Like every time that Ambrose and Rollins they get in the ring, like it's always awesome.
It's basically the
Magical.
greatest
Match
feud
they
that
have,
exists
yeah.
in WWE. It's just
Mhm.
Kevin
Match they had,
Owens
I
is
love.
just so great.
Yeah.
So great. But they're actually opening with the Money
Yeah.
in the Bank ladder
Yeah,
match.
since
So
it
real
was-
quick, predictions. Who's winning the Money in the Bank?
Roman Reigns is winning the Money in the
I
Bank.
Kofi.
I think the obvious pick is Roman Reigns. So for some
The good
reason,
money is on Roman
I
Reigns.
feel like that since Roman Reigns is the obvious pick, it's not going to happen. But
Who would your long shot pick be if it's not Roman Reigns?
I don't know. Either Roman Reigns or I think Kane will mess up something. He's
Kane.
apparently.
You know, Kofi is the long shot
Yes.
that everyone's talking about, and Roman is the obvious pick. There's so many different ways it can go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with what we talked about last week with the Kofi match against Lesnar in Tokyo, like
How about this? How about Kofi wins Money in the Bank, New Day loses tag team title, so that way they still hold a prize, so they could still be super cocky,
and they keep
but
the,
they're not the tag team champs.
See, I
Okay.
would love to see Primetime players win the tag team titles. They never
Yes.
have, even
Mhm.
in their first run. I
Yeah.
would love to see that. I just don't think New Day's losing the tag titles yet. I don't.
With that being said,
Yep. So the Money in the Bank is about to begin. Oh, look at the show off. There he goes. Oh, and Lana. Isn't she lovely?
yes.
Lady in red.
The only reason he's in this is because Rusev's hurt. Which
Yeah.
sucks because that would have been a match.
So we'll be right back after this match. So stay tuned here to Chops and Pops. All right, we are back here at Chops and or Pops, mostly and Pops. I feel like there's gonna be some chopping here.
I have one thing to say about that match.
What do you have to say about that match?
Boo.
Boo? Would you say that the match is unacceptable? Because it is.
Very much
I-
unacceptable.
I mean, there was a lot of different ways it could go, whether it be underdogs or whether it be the obvious pick of Roman Reigns. I think a lot of people didn't see Bray Wyatt coming, even though it kind of crossed our minds, the idea of Bray Wyatt, appearing some way, somehow, with having no involvement
Yeah.
with the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I mean, Sheamus, I'm not happy about. It still can make its own sense. It's just that even with the 7 guys that were in that match, everybody, with the exception of maybe one, had a reason to win. That's what made it so hard to pick. Like, we were all going through our picks, and even though Roman was obvious and Kofi was the likely long shot,
Yeah.
everyone still had the reason. So Sheamus had his reason. It's just not a good one.
Yeah, really. And I think you come to that point in every year's Money in the Bank match. We've found that you're looking for the guy who has the most to gain and least to lose. But in this match, you were really looking at the guy that just you did not want to win.
He had nothing to gain and nothing to lose.
I have to say, because for a couple episodes now, I've been saying how I'm trying to change my allegiances to try to vote for stronger, better wrestlers, ones that don't get hurt. And after Sheamus won, I think
Yes! Yes!
yes.
Yes!
I'm pretty excited about Sheamus winning now because I'm going to stick to my guns. I know
No.
as I was actually watching the pay-per-view, I was a little upset about it. But you know what? Good for Sheamus. Good for big guys. Let's do it. Big, strong, burly men with muscles on muscles and haircuts and beads and beards and all that fun stuff.
Get out of my house. I mean Vinny's house.
Well, we're not at your house. So, yeah. So, the Divas match is up next. I still, I can't believe Twin Magic fucking worked. Can I just say that? Jesus Christ.
They don't look very
That was
identical.
No.
so bad. That was so
Not
bad.
even. Ugh.
Predictions: Nikki or Paige?
LOL, Nikki wins.
Nikki.
For the streak.
I think
Yeah.
Nikki too, because I don't think they're going to give Paige to be a 3-time champion this soon.
Mm-hmm.
All day going into tonight, I actually was. I mean, I did the same thing for the last pay-per-view. I put my money on Paige, thinking that they would, put an end to the reign. Giving it some thought, though, I think there's too many reasons for Nikki to keep it, just because of what Vinny was bringing up about her long title reign, and just the prospect of NXT Divas coming up, and the idea that I think they would probably end up giving it to one of them to give them the push that they gave Paige when Paige beat AJ.
Yeah.
That if Nikki has this long title reign, if an NXT Diva comes up and beats her, that it would mean so much more than Paige, like you said, having a third title reign.
Mhm.
But the match has started, so we should probably wrap things up.
We should. So we'll be right back after these divas duke it out.
I hate Sheamus.
We'll be right back.
Wow.
Welcome back.
Bastards.
That was a good match for the ladies.
That turned things in a better direction.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That did good.
More than what we thought it was going to do.
Yeah.
It was acceptable.
I thought that was more
Very
than
acceptable.
acceptable. That was one of the best Divas matches I've seen, and I didn't want to jinx it because I jinx things way too much. But yeah, Nikki and Paige had probably the best Divas match I've seen in the WWE, with the exclusion of NXT talent, obviously, with the amazing stuff that Sasha Banks and Charlotte and Becky
Right.
Lynch and Bayley do. As far as WWE goes, that was what I believe was the best match the Divas have had all year.
Definitely most interesting. Definitely so far, I think.
Yeah,
most interesting.
definitely.
Yeah.
For anybody who's listened to the first show that we ever put out there, you know that there's few things in life I like more than boobs. And they totally incorporated that
That's right.
into the match, therefore claiming, without a doubt, the match of the night for Andrew.
The
There
main
you go.
spot of the match included titty tissue.
It did.
tissue.
It was not a mammary malfunction.
It was honestly the breast match of the year.
I mean, gentlemen, we can go tit for tat all night.
Stop being a boob.
All right, let's keep the fans abreast of the situation.
This is just gonna be boobs for a while, I guess.
You know
I
what?
wouldn't be
We're
happy.
making a bunch of boob jokes and we said it was great, but really, in dissecting it, since we actually have a minute to talk about it,
Yes.
was that not the best Divas
It was good.
match that you've seen from WWE so far? Again, not so listeners get mad. We're excluding NXT from this conversation. If we're talking about all the Divas matches that happened at the pay-per-views this year, or any Monday Night Raw matches, which the other match that I think was probably match of the year was another Nikki Bella Paige match that happened on Monday Night Raw the week before WrestleMania. This
Yeah.
was the best.
They had pretty darn good chemistry in this match that they lacked in their last, and they totally made up for whatever happened there. They are putting on good stuff.
You know, when you compare it to Elimination Chamber, like 2 weeks ago, it was like night and day.
Yeah, definitely. It was
Absolutely.
Oh, look, The Miz.
again like nitpicking and dissecting it. The only thing I didn't like was like that half page on Nikki's sharpshooter. Like I didn't understand what was happening. There was like a little gap in between. But besides that,
Boobs.
yes,
Boobs.
God bless America.
agreed.
Oh. Don't you just love The Miz?
I
Just love him.
do,
not really.
but what?
So over it.
Why is he dressing like a terrorist?
No, it's like hip now. That was like at the fashion show in
It's like-
Paris and
Is
stuff.
that
He's an
hip?
A-lister. He needs to dress like that.
It's
I'm not
the
sure.
hood.
I'm just gonna be JBL from now on. I think that's what's gonna happen.
It's the
Pretty
hood
sure-
without the hoodie.
He's a respectable actor in Hollywood, and he is dressed for success, gentlemen.
He's
Look at
wearing
those
a hood
sunglasses.
indoors.
Those are $400 sunglasses. That's a $600 T-shirt. His
Covering the
outfit costs more than my
moneymaker.
life.
What
Covering the
people
moneymaker.
fail to realize more,
Your
though,
life cost $1,000.
At least.
the mic, man. That's what it's all about. He turned the mic upside down. That's what it's all about.
Mike does
everything
turn the
upside
mic
down.
upside down. So this is the Big Show Ryback match, right? This isn't like the Miz's moment.
You know what? That didn't even dawn on me. I was about
it
to say to you guys, why is Miz out here?
Yeah.
Well,
it-
he had, if you watched Raw this past week, he had unbelievably good chemistry with
like,
Ryback,
yeah,
I
this-
thought.
That
Hmm.
the Miz TV segments I usually fast forward through, but
And rightfully so.
this was very entertaining. It was funny when the crowd was chanting, "That chair's gonna break." You know, that was killing me, man. It's not gonna break, so you guys can shut up.
Wake up!
Time.
I'm kind of glad that we're not listening to what he's saying right now.
You know
Like
what?
Patrick.
You know he's just talking about his face and his movie career.
Well, he is an A-lister, so I mean, we should respect his celebrity.
Should we?
Yeah.
Well, the dirt sheets were kind of talking that originally before they announced the match that this was
JoJo.
going to be a triple threat,
Yeah, what's this?
but
I love
n-
JoJo.
I never believed that with the legitimate match that you could have between Ryback and Big Show. If anything, I thought Miz could have been a special referee
Yeah.
for this match,
Hmm.
and that's where I
Yeah.
thought this was going to go.
Too subjective, though.
Broadcasting, nobody cares.
Predictions, though, for Ryback Big Show.
Disqualification, Miz interference.
Yes, I'll go with that.
No.
I agree on that.
Ryback's going to win this one clean.
think-
It's
yeah, I
the
think-
start for his
uh,
push.
I think.
Vinny's conflicted.
He's not. I know Ryback's not gonna lose. I mean, like he got Intercontinental.
It was 2 weeks
Everybody,
ago.
yeah, but everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh,
how about this? The spot happens, he shell shocks Show, and then Miz interferes.
No. He's gonna.
But why would Miz interfere, though? Because
'Cause-
really, why
'cause he has
would
nothing
he
else.
save either of them? I mean, I get the idea of
'Cause he's the
including him in
Miz.
this match in the sense to make his presence felt, but why would he save either man?
He's.
I want to ask that question, but I also want to ask why is he involved, period.
Yeah,
That's
it has
true.
nothing to do with this rivalry at all. Besides
Well,
that they went
you
at
know
it
what,
on his
though?
show.
That kind of brings up why I think this match in general is being brought up is because of Tough Enough.
Hmm.
Ryback and Miz were on the same season of Tough
Yeah.
Enough, with
Mm.
Big Show being one of the veterans. I think that's why Ryback is kind of having this match and Miz's involvement being there.
Yeah.
But beyond that, why is Miz? Yeah, why?
Guys, it's feeding time.
Yes.
Oh, he tears his shirt off now.
Let's wake up.
He didn't even have to try. Like, Hogan's like, ah. He's just like, nope. Not today.
I'm gonna eat that later.
Save that in the back.
So the real question is,
Hmm.
who could scarf down more food, Big Show or Ryback?
Ryback in a
Ryback.
heartbeat.
I
And
think
he'll-
he could scarf down the food and then
he-
scarf
he'll-
down Big
I
Show.
feel
Yeah,
like-
that's what I was
feel
going to say.
I feel like Ryback can scarf down more food, but the Big Show can scarf down Ryback.
Ooh.
Somebody's a sign that says, you can eat me, Ryback, and I think it's a girl.
God.
Let's only hope.
It is. It's a
and-
woman. It's a woman. There she is.
Wow, you're not lying.
You're the
That-
best fan ever,
that-
lady.
That sign
Good for
is
you.
Right there.
Good for you, lady.
It's an
With that
empire
being
sign.
said,
With that being said,
So without the finish, we all agree Ryback wins.
yeah.
Ryback, yes.
Okay.
Ryback
All
rules.
right. So we'll be right back after the big guy fights the Big Show here on Chops. Ooh, yeah.
We were pretty much right.
How about that?
There was an unclean finish, dirty
Hmm.
finish, and Ryback retains his title.
Mm-hmm.
Do they gotta?
Miz stuck his big nose.
Oh, baby Jeffrey.
Do they really have to build heat for Miz though? I don't understand what this is headed towards.
He shows up like once a month. Who gives a crap?
No one cares about his matches. That's the worst part.
Do you remember when he was Intercontinental Champion?
I
Like
remember
last
when he
year.
had
Remember when he
WrestleMania.
headlined
Yeah.
WrestleMania?
Yeah, yeah.
Those things happened.
Damn
Yeah.
Alex Riley for ruining that.
Alex Riley.
Yeah, because after Mania, he feuds with Riley. What? Come on.
So do you
Sorry,
mind if I
sour
say?
grapes.
Do you mind if I say the one chop and one pop?
I think you
we
should
all
do
I
the
agree
think
chops
you
and
on.
can-
pops
I
because
think
you
you can
nailed
do
it,
it.
Vinny.
All right. One chop is the Miz, period, and interfering with the match, and the one pop would have to be Ryback suplexing the Big Show.
Yeah.
That was very impressive.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, like, even though you got to give some give on that, but still, that's
No,
a lot of
no,
fucking
you-
weight to bring down.
The only thing that would make that cooler for me is if he did a Goldberg. And just
Jackhammer?
pulled him up, held
Yeah,
him,
held
even
him.
for like 3 seconds, and then did it.
just
It would be the
straight
most amazing
down.
thing ever.
But
Just
you know what?
straight
As much as that would have impressed more in terms of strength, I almost feel like the suplex is more impressive.
Oh yeah.
Because
well,
the suplex, you got to get him over your
Yeah.
head and slim him down. The jackhammer, you at least kind of like give yourself some way of like.
yeah.
I
Well,
can't explain it
kinda
on
Well,
the
it's just-
podcast.
drop.
but-
the jackhammer looks so much more impressive because he's holding him there.
Right.
While the suplex is probably way harder to do because there's no like rest period. It's just like, oh.
You gotta balance
Well,
it.
Yeah,
and down.
suplex is more momentum. Jackhammer is like strength and then
Balance.
just let go.
Yeah.
Like the jackhammer, you get a little leeway to actually drop him
Yeah,
because you
gravity.
turn sideways as
Yeah.
opposed to getting him over
I'm
your
not
head.
a scientist.
Here's
but
where I
they
think
call it
Andy's
gravity.
right, though. On a jackhammer, holding him up there, gravity's working against you. That is a 500-pound dead weight that is about to be dropped down. Not doing so because one man is using his entire body to hold
Hey,
him
speaking
up.
of jackhammers and Goldberg, you guys hear that Goldberg made an appearance and like
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
speared what was it? The
Scott
Scott
Steiner.
Steiner, yeah.
During-
My
Yeah.
boy,
He
my
speared
boy.
him.
No
When the hell
simpy.
was
No.
It was at like
simpy.
a
Fre-
Legends of Wrestling event, and
City Field.
Yeah.
Mets,
he,
Mets
yeah,
Stadium.
Should've been there.
he came out of the crowd and speared Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
awesome.
just for the sake that the podcast gets recorded and posted online, and obviously people outside of the podcast don't know my true feelings, even though I could share it with you guys. Man, I don't like Goldberg, and I hate how he
dry.
treats the idea of him coming back to wrestling. I think he's selfish. I think
Mhm.
he's egotistical. I think that he keeps on coming. This is a whole different like subject to
yeah,
get
that's
on.
a very
Right.
Run, Shane, run.
Yeah, but like the idea that he keeps saying he only wants to come back to wrestling for the fans, and
Mhm.
he's turned down 2 huge offers from the Well, at least the WWE was a huge offer, but he also turned down an offer from Global Force Wrestling
Yeah.
for the money because he wants to do it on his own, and then he goes to City Field, spears Scott Steiner in front of like 500 fans.
If that.
In the Mets ballpark. Like, you're not doing it for the fans. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing
Yeah.
it for the money.
The guy came into the business not even knowing how to wrestle. Period. He
Exactly.
was not even NFL, college football guy who would tackle guys really good, and
Overrated,
yeah,
in my
very
opinion.
didn't know what he was doing. I watched a whole documentary about it. Like, this guy didn't know what he was doing when he came in, and whoever he was facing at the time had to babysit him throughout the whole match. He's not.
Yeah, he was a part of something that that is going down as one of the worst things to ever happen to wrestling, the finger poke of doom.
Oh my God.
Oh, I didn't even think that's where you're going with it. I thought you were going to say he took out
The-
Bret Hart.
Uh,
Taking out Bret Hart for
I-
the sake of Goldberg was definitely not worth the trade.
yeah.
Right.
But
Should we
we,
get on
we,
to
we
this
should
awesome
probably
match?
acknowledge how much we love Kevin Owens
We do love Kevin Owens.
and how his match is about to begin with John Cena.
Fight. Owens, fight.
This match is gonna be crazy.
it's gonna be
Should we talk about predictions in terms of wins? Because I feel like there's enough to talk about in terms of just the greatness of this.
It's not about the win to me.
I
but
think the greatness we'll be able to discuss after the match.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as far as predictions go, I hope to God Owens wins this.
Owens got this.
we do.
Owens
Because-
got this.
To
That
have
would be
Cena,
2 in a row, though.
that's okay.
Against Cena?
Oh, I'm okay with it. I'm just saying I'm terrified that Cena's going to take the win in this.
You know what? It's
Yeah.
not for a title, so it's not like a big
Yeah,
deal.
exactly.
John
that's
Cena.
how I see it. Like, it's no title.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
he's
not a
helping the
big deal.
future.
John Cena. This isn't anybody else. This is John Cena.
Once there's a title on the line, then that's a different conversation. But as of right now, I think Owens got this. There's no title. It's just another rematch.
Who was the last person he lost clean twice to?
Cena?
Yeah.
Lesnar.
I actually just heard that statistic today. It was Randy Orton.
Huh.
Randy Orton in the TLC match where they unified the titles, and
Uh-huh.
then right at the
Yes.
Royal Rumble that
Right.
followed for 2014. So it wasn't that long ago, but that's a pretty high standard to be put up in that they obviously value.
See, right now,
Kevin
John
Owens.
Cena is Clark Kent. And if it was for the title, he'd be Superman.
I think
This is
he's
gonna
always
be a
in.
long match.
If he shows
It
up to
will,
work, he's
definitely.
This is
gonna
gonna
be a
be
long
this is
match.
gonna be
What do
a
we got left? We got-
slobber knocker.
We
We
have
still
like
have
2
tag-
hours.
we
It's
still-
only been the
yeah.
first hour.
It's like 9
Yeah.
o'clock right now.
Yeah.
So they're gonna save the tag match
after
for in
9.
between this and Rollins
That's
and Ambrose.
fine
got-
though. That works as pacing because
Yeah.
you don't want to put the 2 greatest
Right.
matches
They're
next to
probably
each
gonna do
other.
another
Right.
Dusty Rhodes thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then we still got the tag team to go. Main event.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, let's.
All right, so
Sorry to cut
we'll be
you off.
right back after this match is about to get underway here at CHOPS. Yeah, that just happened. So guys, tell me how you really feel.
Damn it!
Oh my God.
You know what? We set it off the air, so let me at least say this while we're taping. I agreed to jump into Vinny's pool if there was a package pile driver that was hit during that match. And it was not hit, but damn, what a fine match.
It was very good.
That was
Very, 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 very,
very
good.
intense.
To quote the detective from Twin Peaks, that was a damn fine match.
Oh, don't do that.
I feel like 10
John
minutes
Cena,
in.
he's not gonna shake your hand.
10 minutes in. That match could have went anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That match was very intense.
You know, and that sunset flip was kind of a botch that I'm sure listeners would kind of want us to acknowledge. But let me tell you, that was too damn good. That, you know what, I give them credit for regaining their balance and hitting the spot that they planned on hitting originally.
That was insane.
It was really nice.
That was amazing.
Owens could have dropped him on his head, saved the move. No, they regained their balance. They did what they needed to do, and that just shows you their veteran status. They're both damn good performers. Ugh, what a good match.
That was,
Don't.
like I said before, man, 10 minutes in, that match would have went anyway. I said at first, whoever hit the AA first was
Kevin
winning.
Owens, don't shake his hand.
Come on, we want to see a rematch at Battleground.
Owens
Yeah,
kicks
we
him.
want to see.
Good.
Owens kicks
Yeah.
him.
Good.
He's gonna powerbomb him into the edge of the canvas.
No
Oh
way.
no, he's gonna do the on the. Oh
Do it.
no,
Do
he's-
it.
Oh no.
Oh!
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
He did it.
Andrew.
Andrew, come sit down.
Andrew.
Andrew was so mad
What
he
did you
walked
do?
away.
Andrew, what
Andrew
have you
let-
done?
Sami Zayn who?
Oh.
Oh my god.
So you know what? Kevin Owens can lose the match now as long as he does that.
Battleground. Shit's going down at Battleground.
Part 3.
That
For
is
the
going
United
Take
down
States
that
champion.
U.S. belt.
He did. He's taking it. There he goes. Unless he just.
No one made a bet about this match.
Oh, this.
He already ate the shoe.
I ate the shoe. Okay.
He only said the right one. He just said the right shoe.
Oh my god. Well,
For tho-
tomorrow should be interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Rubber match for the win.
Oh, he threw
Rubber
the belt
match
back.
for the United States title.
Hmm.
Yes.
Man.
What an impact this guy has, man. That is what is this? His 3rd match ever in the WWE.
That's wild.
That is what an impact. That match was insane.
You know what I love is that they're taking my one chop about Kevin Owens and actually giving him credit for my one thing that I don't like about Kevin Owens is his age, because I just wish if they got him like 5 years sooner, we'd be living in the Kevin Owens era. But because he's like 35.
Yeah, but we still are.
But
we
what-
are living in the
that's-
Kevin Owens.
But that's what
Kevin
I was
Owens
going to
era.
say. I love about it is that they're playing catch up. They're putting right into the John Cena
Not
match.
wasting any time.
This guy
Oh,
does
yeah.
not move like he's 35, though.
No,
Man. He is
no, I can't
He
move
is
like that.
He doesn't
agile.
move like he's over 200 pounds.
Exactly. He is agile as hell.
What a match.
That was
Holy hell.
as of right now, match of the night. We
Yeah,
still got the main event.
absolutely.
That's
As of
top
right
5
now.
the year so far.
Definitely.
And so is his other match.
We just got to see what happens tomorrow.
Cena can't walk.
What does his leg hurt? He threw him on his back. Was he paralyzed?
So we kind of skipped it for the first 2 matches of doing a chops and pops for individual matches, but for Cena Owens, Is there even a chop? I mean, you could kind of say that sunset flip that kind of got botched. I
No, that
mean,
was going to be
maybe.
my pop.
Yes.
That was a pop, man. That they landed that.
Because of how they rescued that. The chop,
I agree. I agree.
I don't know the chop that I would give for this
I
match.
have nothing.
Probably that JBL's on commentary.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe the chop of killing time that they were entering the ring, maybe just to last a little bit longer.
Well, we were recording, so like there is no negative.
That woman is concerned. That woman is
concerned
very
woman face.
concerned that Cena is hurt.
This is my
He's
child's
fine.
favorite.
He's fine.
So no chops. Pops other than the fact that that match just kicked ass.
It has to be the way that it went, and that Cena has agreed behind the scenes to do everything he can to put Kevin Owens over.
True.
We noticed this a lot. I mean, I noticed this a year ago after WrestleMania 30 when he said that the NXT guys that are coming up are going to be the future of the business, and he agreed to it. He's put Neville, Zayn, and now Owens over in ways that no other person on the roster can.
May I say my pop of this
Absolutely.
Oh
match?
yeah.
Kevin Owens had John Cena on his shoulders, front face, and just that reversal to the pop-up power bomb.
Oh, yeah.
That was insane.
Whoa. If you go to the WWE shop right now and use the promo code CASH, and you get 25% off your order.
You know, I've been thinking about buying a title
You
belt.
should.
Because
Yes.
this past week it was 30% off, so I'm like, you know what?
What title belt would you buy
I'll
if
buy
you
the-
did?
The
Divas?
WWE title.
Okay.
Divas.
Okay. The Divas.
Remember,
Privacy under the bed.
I play by the rule. If there's a belt around me, 24/7 rule is in effect.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
I will pin you while you fall asleep. But no, the reason why I ask is because yeah,
Shane, your
just
girl
like
ag-
Gerald Briscoe on
Yeah.
Pat Patterson.
Exactly. When he was
Um,
asleep, he just put his finger on him.
No, the reason I ask is because they have some pretty cool belts left between the NXT title, between the
Yeah.
the original Intercontinental title being left. But my girl, Renee Young,
He's
is
talking
on
to
right
her
now.
boyfriend.
Talking to my boy, Dean Ambrose.
So, honey, do you want pancakes tomorrow or do you want eggs?
I think she cooked some pasta.
She's
so
definitely not having pancakes.
That's impossible.
Alright, so what's next? Is there
Well,
still a
next would be
title
the tag
match?
team
Tags.
championship.
Right, tag team.
And then we have the main event, which
This
is
is
what
so-
Ambrose is talking about right now.
Dina's only saying one thing right now. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm
Screw
awesome.
You, Seth, I'm awesome. It was a year ago. Money in the Bank, that Seth Rollins turned on the Shield with
Yep.
Money in the Bank.
Mm.
The only, I mean, this is getting a little bit ahead of myself, but do you guys think Ambrose and Rollins in a ladder match can top what we just saw with Cena and Owens?
Not a chance.
You know what? I really don't know, because Ambrose and Rollins matches, no matter what it is, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, those matches are always incredible. Rollins and Ambrose, they always throw such a kick-ass match.
The reason that I don't think
know.
it can.
As of right now, I mean, like Cena and Owens, that's the top match as of right now. We still got to finish this off, though. But
The reason I don't think it can is simply because of the two, the things that are going on coming into the match. Rollins and Ambrose, though they're friends, and going into the match, you know that they're former friends and that they're both great technical and just great wrestlers in general. They put on great shows. You got John Cena, who's John Cena, needs no backstory, and you got Kevin Owens, who is kind of the guy trying to prove himself, but kind of the guy who's been kicking ass down in the NXT world, and you know his time is coming. There's
And for the past 15 years.
that's right. We're giving love all over the place, so you got to mention the past for him. But there's no way it can match up with the backstory.
What about you, Andy?
What?
You know, that whole thing we were just talking about?
No.
Ambrose and Rollins stealing the show. Do you think it can top Cena Owens?
I got lost for a second.
You got lost in the gaze of Dean Ambrose?
I did.
Not Renee.
You know, I think they could do it. I think they could topple what I just saw. Only because there's just so much hate in Dean Ambrose's eyes. And with Seth Rollins having to prove himself to the Authority, I feel like there's just so much on the line where with Owens and Cena, it was more of just a matter of pride. I feel like this is like meaningful
Okay.
in
Can
a
I
way.
can I say that when it comes to hate, that's where I think Dean is different from any other guy that we've seen in the main event picture before. The reason that I loved him from the beginning was because he gave that type of Joker type of
Exactly.
vibe to it. I don't think
Exactly.
he hates. I think he's the chaotic type of hate where he'll just take it and make you crazy out of it. But I'm glad that Andy brought that up.
He's like chaotic good.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
not also forget that this is a ladder match too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This main
That's
event is a ladder match between Ambrose and Rollins, which I'm pretty sure might be a first
it is.
between the Ambrose and Rollins
Yep.
rivalry.
It's
Mm.
kind of that X factor that, Ambrose and Rollins have already had the feud of the cinch, if you want to call it that. But I think adding the ladder to it can really put it over the top. And as great as Cena and Owens was, Rollins and Ambrose could steal the show, especially with the ladder added in as the X factor.
And I'm very happy that, well, as we know right now, that the Authority has absolutely nothing to do with Rollins. Hopefully they keep it that way throughout this whole match, because I don't want to see Kane, I don't want to see H
Nothing.
at all.
It's got to be clean.
I want to see a clean match, clean win.
It was
See,
a chamber, right?
But you bring up an interesting point that I've only talked about off the air, and I forget sometimes that for how much we talk that I don't talk about certain things while we're recording. My
Yep.
big prediction is Brock Lesnar comes out during this World Heavyweight Championship match, because there were dirt sheet rumors that Brock was going to come out
Yes.
during the Money in the Bank.
Lots
And I'm
of
not just
rumors.
saying this because the Money in the Bank briefcase match is over now. I said this before the pay-per-view even started, that the dirt sheets had it right, but tweaked a little bit wrong in that it would actually happen for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, and that Brock is going to come out because, they've been playing hot potato
Yeah.
with the title belt anyway, with Ambrose taking the title even though he's
Yeah.
not technically champion. Even before WrestleMania, they had hot potato with the Intercontinental title.
Right.
So I feel like they're going to keep that same theme, and Brock is going to come out, and Ambrose Rollins is going to go to a no contest, and Brock is going to come out, grab that belt, walk away, and when this pay-per-view is over, we're going to be talking about how Brock walked away with the championship, even though he's not technically
We can
champion.
only hope.
I appreciate the boldness. I really do, because I love it. I love the creativity. It's not going to happen. So, the Seth
don't think
Rollins.
so?
No.
Okay. So who do you think? Well,
SummerSlam's
let's.
around the corner.
Yeah,
And that's part of my reasoning.
all right. So we won't get into predictions for that yet because that match isn't up yet. Next,
So tag team predictions.
tag team.
So is it going to be the Primetime Players or the New Day?
Well, since Kofi Kingston lost ladder Money in the Bank, I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I really don't know.
I'll say it. I'll say it. New Day sucks.
Oh, thank you.
But they're going to take the
I
titles.
needed that.
I agree.
I could not do that on my own.
they're totally taking it.
Yeah, and again, I forget what we talk about off air and what we talk about once the record button hits. I would love to see Primetime Players as the tag team champions.
As I think everybody would.
Yeah, and they didn't even get it when they had their first run before they were split up. I think it's definitely their time. And if I was booking the show, they'd probably be winning it tonight. But since I am not, I think New Day is keeping their titles.
Can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
New Day, enjoy your time, because once the Usos come back, you are done for.
You're
Usos
right.
are coming back with the rain.
Did Andy make his prediction?
New Day or Primetime?
See, I would love to see the Primetime Players, but because of the Freebird rule, the New Day's always going to have an ace in their pocket. Because they could always just draw the disqualification at that point, and then it's like, well, we're still champions, but whatever, it doesn't matter because we're heels. So I think New Day's going to win
A valid point.
because they're bad guys.
Now we have about another minute before the Tag Team Championship match starts. And as we're speaking, the WWE is paying tribute to Dusty Rhodes. Andy,
Yes.
being that we are paying tribute to the American dream, Americana, is there any chance that we would have any sort of dedication to the great country that is the United States of America?
Well, you know I done say a couple things on time. America is a beautiful place. I know there'll be hard times on the people here. I had hard times myself. You go to work every day. You come home sweating. You take a shower. You have a beer. You watch TV. Your wife yells at you for something you don't even know what's going on. That's hard times, folks. Now, America, we all about that. We don't need to hear that. Just stay strong, America. Just do it. God bless. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
That was beautifully
That
spoken.
Was beautiful.
Now, all joking aside, Andy, is
Yes.
it not true that you are actually the son of a plumber?
I am sprinkler fitter, close enough.
Sprinkle it. I mean,
take it.
it
All the
counts
same
enough
to
for
me.
the segment.
My uncle actually is a plumber, so
Then there you
that
go.
works.
And for those unaware, Dusty Rhodes' father was a plumber, so
He was.
I'll take it. Judges?
thank
All
you,
right.
Andy.
So, the tag team match is about to begin, so let's get in on that, and we'll be right back here on Chops and Pops. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
New day lost. New day lost. New
Day lost! Here's to the Primetime players.
Feel the power of the
Holy crap.
How about it?
We all got that wrong.
How about it?
And we couldn't be happier about it.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good wrong. It's so wrong that it's right.
They lost clean.
They
down.
did.
I'm
The
down
primetime
with the New
players.
Day losing.
Well, you know what? Because Kofi was out.
Exactly. And
Yep.
what type of night would they have to lose? One where they are only 2 versus 2.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
That's a good way to explain it.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
In terms of listeners who cannot see us here at this bar table right now, none of us were paying attention. And I think it would be fair to say that for all of us being primetime player fans and for all of us wanting them to win and for all of us thinking New Day would keep it, we didn't see that coming.
No.
And it blindsided us, but hell yeah, primetime players are tag team champions right now.
Does that
PTP
mean,
out
does
of
that
nowhere.
mean the decline of the New Day finally?
Could be.
They're starting to fade out. Stop shoving it down our throats.
I don't
Could
think
be.
so. They need to carry that, but primetime players finally getting what they deserved. We were hoping for this before the breakup. Now it happened because they both got it going for them.
Mm.
Titus, whew, what a spine buster.
One of the best out there right now.
He's so
Sounds like a seal.
he's such a specimen.
He's underutilized.
That's
in my
exactly
opinion.
right.
I think that the primetime players are perfect for his way to kind of introduce himself to the WWE roster, but I think, you know what, I partially take that back because Titus O'Neil can definitely be up there on his own, but don't sleep on Darren Young.
No, you
Darren
can't.
Young is also very talented,
Yes.
and kudos to primetime players for
Yes.
winning the tag team.
Up. They've already set
Team.
up Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt
Oh,
for
Bo
Battleground.
didn't see that coming. Called that before the match even
Surprise.
fucking ended.
So while we have a second to discuss this, since we already took a photo of making it rain,
Cha-ching!
It is raining.
for Battleground, do we have any suggestions of what our photo should be for Battleground?
I have
wanna-
some guns and some swords.
I want guns.
I am
There's gotta be
down
guns.
for Sparta type stuff. Just warrior.
I will do it, but
Camo?
if I'm gonna take the picture, I'm gonna hold my sword and I'm gonna wear my luchador mask and I'm gonna do it shirtless, and that's the only way I'm gonna do it.
I don't
The
know
only
if I
way.
can match up to that.
That's what I'm wearing. I've decided. That
I'll
just
be-
happened.
You know what? I'll eat a sword.
No,
Wow.
No?
you will not
Blaming?
eat my sword.
Okay, David Blaine.
I will not take. I will not
See
take
that?
responsibility for your life with my swords.
All right,
It's
going
fucking
into
raining.
Ambrose Rollins as the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Can we just address this because I feel like we should give credit where credit's due. This was a very strong card. There hasn't
Agreed.
been one bad match, and I
I've
feel like we
been-
haven't acknowledged that
I've
yet.
been very content.
Ryback. show.
Okay.
Still,
Okay.
Ryback might have been dry, but I think it was still entertaining.
But it was quick.
Yeah.
And
Yes, it
even
was
if you're
very
going to rank
quick,
that the
yes.
quickest,
I mean, like, the Divas match was longer. than
but it was
that.
good.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's been really anything that bad on this pay-per-view.
This blows Chamber out of the water.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been pretty solid.
Well,
You also have to take in consideration that Chamber was a network exclusive.
right.
But there were things that went wrong on that card that would have went wrong if it was on pay-per-view or not.
Mhm, yes.
The Divas match.
Yes.
And Owens Cena on this one.
Well, you know what? Without getting too deep into it, do you like Elimination Chamber Cena Owens, or do you like Money in the Bank Cena Owens better?
You can't ask to get too deep into that because both matches were amazing.
I agree.
Chamber.
That you know what? Gun to my head, I say Chamber, but that's
Yeah.
taking nothing away from the match. That
That was a
happened.
Not at all.
debut. That
But
was
the only
debut
reason
of
I
the-
say that is because of the move set that Owens had used in that match. They for him to lose this match, they had to take away some of the creativeness from his moves.
Yes.
What about you, Andy?
You know, I actually like this match better. than
Really?
This one. Yeah.
Why?
You know, besides the ending, you know, with Cena winning, I just thought there was a lot more cool stuff going on. Like the reverse suplex thing. That was
amazing.
dope. I still, you know, it's nice because you see Cena doing a lot of stuff you don't see him do normally, and you know, Owens has a great arsenal of moves. So it was just really, I don't know, it was nice. There was some more things you saw. I like that. The sunset flip was beautiful. You know, I liked it. I really enjoyed this one much better for some reason. It was just good. I don't know. I liked it. I really did. There's just something. There's like a match. There's like an X factor that I can't describe that I just really enjoyed about it.
You know, there's one thing I want to bring up because I brought it up, I think, for Payback, and I haven't really talked about it since on the podcast. Going into Elimination Chamber, it looked on paper as if it
Yes.
was going to be the card of the year,
And we talked about that, yeah.
and it wasn't by a long shot.
Fell flat.
The chamber matches sucked. This, however, is kind of the card of the year in terms of all the matches delivering.
You were-
So if we were going to rank all the pay-per-views in terms of first place to last, how do you guys feel? Because we still have Rollins and Ambrose left, and that can change a lot of this.
That really can, including it's a ladder match. Definitely can.
Absolutely. But going by how this pay-per-view has gone so far and how much faith I already have in Rollins Ambrose, it might
Yeah.
be a little too early to call, but where would you rank this? Because with the exception of WrestleMania, I would probably say this is actually the card of the year where Elimination Chamber wasn't.
Definitely top 3 at least.
Oh yeah, it's
Top
in my top 2, but
3.
it capitalizes where other ones failed, and it fails where other ones capitalized, like the Divas match where it underwhelmed tonight. It was better at other pay-per-views, but other pay-per-views didn't have that main event feel to matches that weren't the main event, and it didn't have the quality of the main event. And this is without us having even seen Rollins versus Ambrose.
Yeah.
Which could steal the show.
And we are
Very
pretty
well.
amped
It could.
right now.
I'd have to put it number 1. Am I being too bold?
What, Rollins and Ambrose?
No,
or-
no, no,
this
no.
pay-per-view?
This pay-per-view.
Overall?
This pay-per-view.
You know, I wouldn't doubt it because
Yeah.
I was underwhelmed by WrestleMania except for the main event.
as was I.
Yeah.
I mean, you were with we were together. I think it didn't translate as well for them live as it did for us on
Yeah, I
on
feel
my
like- I
couch.
feel like
Right.
the
we
atmosphere-
we totally talked about that too. We're like, I'm sure it was different if you were there.
Yeah, I
but-
feel like the atmosphere, being outside, definitely took a lot out of the pay-per-view itself. Like
the lack of
not getting too much into it, but like just the Undertaker and Wyatt. Like it's still sunlight outside. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
that took a lot out of it, but I think they're executing this pretty good.
But Shane, for someone having been at WrestleMania this year,
This guy.
This guy.
how would you rank in terms of the top 3, 5, what have you?
You know, I would say I definitely hold WrestleMania in a much higher regard than you guys do because in person it was executed a lot better than what it might have been on screen.
Atmosphere.
Yeah, just you know what? In hindsight, I understand that Triple H and Sting could have rubbed people the wrong way. In person, I thought that was the greatest stand match I've seen in quite a while. On top of the fact that I think Reigns and Lesnar is one of the best matches of the year. Here's what I'll say before Rollins and Ambrose starts. Money in the Bank is a solid number 2 pay-per-view of the year.
Yes.
There, out of everything that I've liked from Payback to Elimination Chamber to Extreme Rules to the triple threat that was great at the Royal Rumble. I actually really enjoyed Fastlane compared to most people.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say that Money in the Bank is a solid number 2 in that nothing else can rank higher than it at number 2. In terms of it beating WrestleMania, I have to wait and see till Rollins Ambrose happens.
The whole crowd is on their feet right now. That
Yeah.
every single person just stood up as
You know, I feel like some of those ladders are just too big. like really, like you need a 30-foot ladder.
But you know what? Ambrose doesn't even grab those. The ones that are too large, he doesn't even F with. He doesn't even touch them.
It's 10:15 right now.
oh
We got
god.
a long match ahead of us.
This is gonna be
mean,
something.
And I said it while we were recording, but I will say it again. Brock is coming out,
Oh my
grabbing
God,
that
I hope
championship.
Bold prediction of the
I
night.
hope
Bold
so. All right,
prediction.
if Lesnar comes out, I go in the pool.
Vinny is jumping
In
in
the
his
middle of a
swimming pool.
lightning storm. In the middle of a lightning storm.
Absolutely.
I'm going in the pool.
All right.
All right. So, as the main event gets underway,
Predictions?
Ambrose, just because I love Ambrose.
Seth Rollins.
What's happening?
So we got one Rollins from Andrew, one Ambrose from Vinny. Andy?
I'm going with Ambrose.
What?
So
Yeah.
the majority says Ambrose.
Come on, break even, Shane.
I'm
Let's make
sticking
it
with Lesnar.
interesting.
Lesnar is.
Lesnar's winning.
You know what?
Drive on
Because
the score.
He's gonna win the title.
because I think there's going to be a recreation of the WrestleMania main event, and Rollins and Ambrose are going to have some sort of crazy spot where both of them are down, and Lesnar's music is going to hit, a la Seth's music hitting
At
at
Mania.
WrestleMania. Brock is going to come out to the crowd popping like they've never popped before. He's going to grab the belt, and it's going to be what we talk about all day tomorrow on Monday leading up to Raw.
When and if that music hits,
In the
that
pool.
place, not even in the pool, just in general, when and if that music hits, Ohio is gonna fucking blow up. That place is
Oh
gonna.
yeah.
They've already forgotten that Cleveland Cavaliers are in the NBA Finals right now.
That place is gonna explode.
And you know what? I've been latching on to Lesnar's surprise appearance so much that let me just acknowledge this could steal the show. And I am such a huge fan of the Rollins Ambrose feud in general.
Yeah.
As of I.
And I don't want to take away from the fact could be a match of the year candidate.
Let's sound
I-
off.
I agree.
Let's.
Let's go, Ambrose.
I'm not selling out though. I'm buying in.
All right. So we'll be right back here on Chops. Blah, 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 blah.
God damn it!
Darn it.
Damn it.
Darn it to the heck. Darn it.
Rollins wins.
Yeah.
And I'm
claim.
upset about it.
No help. Just beat Ambrose.
No Brock. No Vinny swimming in the pool.
That would have made an interesting moment.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely mad about that. Not because of swimming in the pool, but the Brock Lesnar entrance would have been insane. At that point,
Yeah.
no.
And he's gonna be there tomorrow night anyway.
He is. They're saving it.
But didn't we
They're
say
giving it
that-
to you for free.
Didn't we say that for tonight? You never fucking know with this, man.
Well.
I like how Damien Sandow and Curtis Axel are still just like
They're in
completely
character.
Yeah,
dressed
like,
up.
yeah, like they're Curtis
And
Axel is
so are the
still
Usos.
Hulkamania.
Greg Maddox. Get out of here.
Max.
Emma.
Oh, Summer Rae, I love you.
Beautiful Emma.
All right, so should we go in a circle and talk about Rollins Ambrose? Andy,
Yes.
you should kick this off.
You know, I wasn't on the Roman Reigns. I mean the Brock Lesnar train, so I liked it. I wasn't as upset as everyone else is.
Well, no, regardless of Brock being involved, how do you feel about Rollins Ambrose?
I liked it. I liked it better than any of their previous outings together. I thought this one it was a little slower in the beginning, but it worked towards something greater.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. You know, it's a shame Ambrose didn't win, but you know, Rollins, he's the future and stuff. He looks like Scorpion. So I guess that counts for something.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to. It was
Uh,
good though. I liked it. It was good.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that it was not my match of the night. the slow pace in the beginning, the slow pace finish, it just felt like they were dragging. And for given as much time as they were given, I was expecting a lot more ladder spots. Ambrose took so many bumps in that match, and I expected Rollins to take a lot more. I didn't love that match. I didn't hate the result. I just didn't think that. I think that the wind was taken out of me from earlier in the card.
See, that surprises me. You know what? I could understand the disappointment because I'm sharing it too, in the fact that Ambrose didn't walk out the winner. I was highly impressed by that match. So, for any of the listeners, I am highly disagreeing with you, Andrew. I think that match highly delivered, and I think that what I kind of predicted before the show even started kind of came true, in that at the Elimination Chamber, Owens and Cena stole the show, even though Rollins and Ambrose were on it. And I think for this match, as amazing as Owens and Cena was, I think Rollins and Ambrose just stole the show. And that's taking nothing away from the amazing work that Cena and Owens accomplished tonight. But I think that Rollins and Ambrose match, no matter how disappointed you could be that Ambrose lost, that match was amazing. And it obviously had all of our emotions invested, and it had us, as highly involved as we could be. I think that was the match of the night. And I had my own predictions that Brock was going to come out and steal the show and steal the title and steal the finish. But regardless of that not happening and Vinny not jumping into a pool based on that bet, Rollins Ambrose, I think they stole the show. They had the match of the night. And I was very happy. Vinny.
I feel like that Ambrose and Rollins had the intensity of the night, but that's just on a personal level with us just wanting Lesnar to come out so much. We were dying for it. The last 10 minutes, we were just like, all right, this is the time. Lesnar's going to come out. But I feel like the match of the night with physicality and just timing and everything is just Cena and Owens. That match was awesome. I'm not saying that Ambrose and Rollins wasn't awesome. Like, it was amazing, but just a little bit more would have been more amazing with that Lesnar entrance.
This is one of those times as a wrestling fan where I hate being right, and I totally saw Rollins winning. Before this match started, I thought he was going to sneak away with the win. The way that I thought he was going to win Chamber, but that went the complete 180 way of what I was thinking. And this one went the way I didn't want it, but I ended up, you know what I mean.
But you know what? That's the way of the WWE. You think it's going to go one way, personally. You think it's going to go. But the very last thing you suspect is it's going to go that way. I feel like that was the entire pay-per-view. Like, first of all, Sheamus winning the Money in the Bank. Nobody thought that.
Nobody
Primetime players winning the tag team titles?
Probably less likely than
I
Sheamus.
feel like the WWE Network is one step ahead of you. That's how it always is.
Yeah.
Bastards.
That was weak.
So, am I the only person that says Rollins and Ambrose was the match of the night?
I
Everyone
do disagree
else-
with that.
Everyone else here says Owens Cena?
I don't know.
I don't know. Big Show Ryback. Just kidding.
Well,
Paige and Nikki was awesome.
it's very clear with Vinny and Andrew that Owens Cena was the match of the night. Andy, though, are you saying Cena Owens too?
No, I really liked Ambrose Rollins better, actually.
Yeah.
And Shane's
Yeah.
going in the pool.
For what? Why is he going in the pool?
I
Did
just
I miss that? Did I zone out for something? Did I miss
I
something?
wait. What was I going to? Oh, I was going in the pool for the package pile driver for Cena Owens. Didn't happen.
I was going
Vinny-
for Lesnar return.
Right. Vinny was going in the pool for Lesnar
And I
returning.
was so looking forward to it.
Neither happened, so no swimming tonight.
No pool.
Oh.
No rain pool.
So what's going to happen tomorrow?
You'll have to tune in to find out.
Lesnar is going to return on Monday Night Raw, and that will vastly change our podcast next Sunday.
I'm just gonna make the microphone so
But
close there.
regardless of that, so yeah, I guess it's half and half. Me and Andy say Rollins Ambrose stole the show. Andrew, Vinny say Cena Owens stole the show. We're
Yes.
all in agreement that those two matches were amazing
Mhm.
and both stole the show in its own respect.
Mm-hmm.
Could we all agree that Money in the Bank was one of the best pay-per-views of the year?
Yes. Yeah.
Really good stuff.
If not the most controversial, yes, definitely.
Who, by a show of hands, says it was better than WrestleMania?
Oh, you can't see, but I am raising my hand.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah, I
say
liked it
yes.
better than WrestleMania.
Andy's saying it too. Okay, I'm in the minority. Everyone on this podcast says it was better.
And
than
WrestleMania had Daniel Bryan winning the Intercontinental title.
And
Oh my
And
God.
I'm a huge Daniel Bryan guy. So, you know, I just, there was so much. That was a different time.
Yeah.
that whole 3 months ago.
Yeah, that was like forever ago.
Might as well have been 3 years, wrestling-wise.
I'd have to sleep on it before I say that this whole card was better than WrestleMania
Yeah.
because I actually appreciated
Give it a night.
WrestleMania and I might be biased for being there. and
I don't think you
enjoyed
could
it.
really
They were there.
compare the two. Because you got so much more talent at WrestleMania that wasn't even displayed on this card.
True.
I meant the 3 main events.
Okay. To agree on it, WrestleMania Money in the Bank, no pay-per-view was better than those two all
No,
year for
absolutely
2015.
not.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, we all agree on that.
Word life.
So yeah,
Buttons.
I think we kind of clarified how we feel on everything.
I'm happy to be the subscription of the WWE Network.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm happy.
You get your $9.99's worth.
Definitely.
How much?
$9.99.
$9.99.
Features.
$9.99.
One more time?
$9.99.
So if we're gonna wrap things up, let me just say, besides giving condolences to the Rhodes family and obviously Dusty Rhodes' passing being major happening in the wrestling world, to be selfish, we got some amazing views this past week between Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
What?
between Austria,
Yeah.
partially Malaysia,
Oh,
I don't
cool.
even know where that is.
Italy, and many other countries that I've never voyaged to, but I am eternally grateful for you listening to our dumbasses
Thank you.
in us kind of just partying and watching a pay-per-view and
Yeah.
you giving us the time of day to listen to us. So thank you for everyone that has listened to us over the past week.
We do this for you.
We do.
And the beer.
And the beer.
And the beer.
With that being said,
Yes.
Please listen next week when we have our guest, hopefully, of, should I say his name?
I don't know, but I'm very interested.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll be honest with our fans, because if you're taking the time to listen to us, I will be honest with you. We have independent wrestler Big Jeff Noyes coming into our show next week. And I'll be real with you. Next week is Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of didn't discuss that with him. So if for the fact of it being Father's Day that he cannot make it, I understand. But otherwise, Big Jeff Noyes is booked for next week,
How
June
about that?
21st. So next week, tune in, and we will have an awesome and fun interview.
Make some noise.
Otherwise, great pay-per-view tonight.
Very
great
good.
I
pay-per-view.
agree, yes.
Very,
Well
very
worth the
good.
$9.99.
For $9.99.
$9.99.
So, that's about it. Yes. For us here at Chops and Pops, I am Andy. You can check me out on Twitter at YDNAGIACCONE. I tweet sometimes, maybe. So check me out. And if you liked the podcast, hit like. And if you really liked it, hit subscribe. It
Please
doesn't
subscribe.
hurt.
And if you really, really, really liked it, tell your friends. Tell everybody you've ever met about us. Tell everybody.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Can't hide from the chops and pops.
You
I'm
cannot-
Andrew, signing off. Peace out.
And I'm Shane. Bye.
And I'm Benny. Peace.
Let's all thank Vinny for inviting
Yes,
us
thank
into
you,
his
Vinny.
Yes,
his,
Vinny.
his
Appreciate it,
Playboy
yes.
villa.
I honestly appreciate you guys having me on the podcast again. I really enjoy it.
Thanks for sharing your
I've been
alcohol.
busy this
with
past
us.
few weeks, and I really, really enjoy it. I hope to be on again. Thank you guys very much.
You will
Oh,
be.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So for us here at Chops and Pops, have a good one. Eat some pudding.